Hello. So I was just kind of back on Pinterest and thought I would try and do a quick, just 3 decks to choose from, quick, maybe 4 or 5 card reading about where your focus should be and how to go about that. So we have the Muse Tarot, the Radiant Rider-Waite, and then the Naked Heart Tarot. And then timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you then. Okay, and if you picked the Muse Tarot, this reading is for you. So I got the spread from the Cracked Amethyst Tumblr, which I'll link down below. So we're going to draw an oracle for the theme, and then tarot for the advice. So this is just going to give us a general idea of where our focus should be in the theme for the reading. And we've got the Yang card. Okay, try to move this up. Okay, so the general idea of this reading is the Yang. So what that means is now is the time to take action, to start a project, start a partnership. It's all about making things manifest right now, making things happen, making your plans come to life, and doing that with action. So it's a call for action right now. So for your cards, we will pick where should your focus be? How should you approach the focus and the result? So, one. Ooh. Okay, maybe some extra advice. Hopefully I have that up high enough. Okay. So where should your focus be? And how should you approach it? And the result. Oh. So what I'm getting from this, so where should your focus be? So we've got the Knight of Voices, or the Knight of Swords. And as you can see, the horse, I mean, it doesn't have a rider, but you can put yourself there, is fully in action. And since this is more of a mental suit, and the action part of the mental suit, it's all about just going for it. So your focus, and that really ties in with the Yang, is your focus should be on action, and also with a very sharp mind. So a little bit of active planning is how you should center your focus. And then how you should approach it, just full on. So from what I'm getting from this, whatever project or situation or anything you're dealing with right now is just full force. You've got full action, just complete jump with both feet in, or whatever they say. And then for the result, we have the Muse of Inspiration, which is kind of like the King of Wands. So that's a really good sign. The King of Wands is all about complete manifestation of whatever he or she's wanting to do. Everything's planned, everything's organized, and things are going to go smoothly. The very professional aspect of the entire suit, as where Wands or inspirations in this part is kind of renowned for being a little bit impulsive, a little bit not thinking ahead. But what I see from this is that whatever you're trying to work on, whatever you're thinking about, being impulsive is actually going to benefit you right now, leading with your heart and jumping right in. Let me see what this card is. Ooh, 8 of Emotions. So this is kind of like the 8 of Cups, kind of walking away from something that you've already done. So that might be talking about whatever, I can see it in a couple of different ways. Maybe whatever you were working on is just not working out. Or what I'm getting from this more is just that I would think walking away from things are inhibiting you from jumping fully in. Maybe you've got some other people deterring you or circumstances. I would say you need to make time and jump right into whatever you're wanting to do right now. So we will do one more card to kind of ask for a little more advice. And we got new life from the Divine Mother. So that's very in tune with everything that's happening here. So this is another card kind of signifying to bring what you want to do into fruition. It does kind of talk about for some people, and this might not be everybody, but you know, if you're trying to have children, or that's kind of a good sign for you. But I mean, that's kind of a touchy subject, so I won't go too much into that. But so whatever this symbolizes for you, whatever project or relationship or situation, right now the advice is to just completely jump full force, mentally, emotionally, and physically, into whatever you're wanting to do. Kind of turn your back to things that are stopping you, and I think it's going to be something successful. Yeah. So I know this is kind of like a quick little reading, but that's kind of what I get for yours today. So if that resonates with you, let me know. Or if you have any suggestions or see something that I didn't that really pops out to just you, let me know. And thanks for watching. Okay, and if you picked the Radiant Rider-Waite, then this reading is for you. And what we're going to do is, I got another Pinterest spread. We're going to do an oracle for the main topic of the reading, and then we're going to do some cards and maybe some advice cards about where your focus should be, how you should approach it, and what the result will be. So first we will get the center of the reading, or the topic at hand. So the main focus. Regeneration. So the topic of this one for you is going to be kind of makes me think of the Death card, just rebirth, rising from the ashes. And this is a general reading, so it could mean for a project, a relationship, a business venture, maybe a family relationship. So the possibilities of recuperating that right now are in your favor. So let's see, get some advice on how you should approach this and what your focus should be. So first, where should your focus be? How should you approach this focus? And the result. Sorry for the glare. I'll fix that eventually. Okay. So there's a couple of things I can get from this. So where should your focus be? And we've got the Couple of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from this is right away just the balancing act. We got our finances, our health, our mundane, our physical world, and keeping those in check. And kind of with this card is that this isn't really sustainable for too long. So you shouldn't be taking on any more things right now. So especially if we're talking about rebirth and regeneration from something that already was, I think you should look at the things that are going on in your life right now. So if you're thinking of adding more to the mix, I just don't think that's a good time right now. So your focus right now should really be just kind of pushing forward with what you have now, or finding a more sustainable way of balancing things right now. So, and how you should approach this focus, so we've got the Page of Pentacles, and so you should approach it with a fresh perspective. I think you're in a stable, fresh perspective. So the page is kind of like that, not stuck up, but stuck in their ways. They're very like the hall monitor, and in my opinion, they're kind of you know, when they first learn about how to do things, they do it by the book. So how you should approach everything is maybe with a little more reserved point of view. So maybe the way you're going about things is a little wishy-washy, a little spontaneous, a little impulsive. So I think right now is more, you should kind of go back to the basics and be a stickler, you know, get organized, be a little more grounded. And so the result looks really good. We've got the Ace of Swords of kind of cutting into the truth. I think this would actually will give you a fresher perspective on more than just the topic at hand. So I think by kind of watching what you have, you know, in your to-do list, your pile of things, finding that balance, I think that's going to help. Changing your perspective, being a little more organized, a little more by the book, is going to give you a fresher perspective on everything. It's going to kind of open up some of these opportunities and projects for you. Probably this one. This is whatever you're trying to rekindle. And since there's kind of more of, we got more Pentacles, and this is going to be more like the homestead, the home life, health, finances. I think it's going to be dealing more with that. Maybe some relationships, but it's going to be maybe not, you know, more deep relationships, more surface ones, so to speak. I mean, it's kind of a little mingled when I see these and no cups, and there's only a few cards. So yeah, I think that's really going to work out for you if you just kind of change your perspective on that. And we'll also draw one more card for a little more advice on the topic. Hopefully you can see these. Like I said, sorry for the glare. I will work on fixing that. deceit from your guardian angels. So I can read that one in a few different ways. It's just really the first thing I thought about when I saw this one was cutting through the truth. So, you know, maybe since this is an extra advice card, not particularly straightforward related to the topic. So maybe just the extra advice right now is to kind of cut some things out that are just not jiving with you, especially like right here when talking about having just too much going on. You don't need anything new. I mean, this could be people, this could be situations, this could be many things. So I would, with this fresh new perspective, kind of look into what's not helping you right now, and don't feel guilty about, hopefully you can see that. Don't feel guilty about getting rid of things that are not going to benefit you right now. And this is fully just advice. But yeah, I would say that's kind of a big thing, is just kind of looking at things that are just not in your better interest, and cutting them out. See through the truth. Cut through the deceit. And I mean, don't take, and it could be something super small, but I would just keep that in mind. So that was your reading. I know it's kind of short and quick. It's kind of an impulse to get on here, so maybe someone needed this message, these messages right now. If this resonated with you, let me know. If you see something that I didn't, let me know down below. And if it didn't resonate with you, you can pick another card. And maybe that just wasn't a reading for you. But anyways, thanks for watching. Okay, and if you picked the Naked Heart, then this reading's for you. So I got a spread off Pinterest I thought was awesome from the Cracked Amethyst Tumbler, which I'll link down below. So we're going to do the main focus and pull a card, and then 3 cards of where your focus should be, how you should approach your focus, and the result of that. So I'll move these out of the way, and we'll see what the main focus is going to be for you. And this is kind of probably going to be a short little reading. All right, the main focus for you. Between worlds. Okay, so this is kind of a card about the unknown. So what it could also talk about, like, this whatever situation that you're in now that you want to know answers to, that it's kind of recommending that the unknown is better than knowing for you right now. And it also kind of talks about kind of exploring new areas, being not impulsive, but about being spontaneous, not worrying about winning or losing, or, you know, what's going to happen. I think it's kind of like saying, you know, accept the anxiety and turn it into a fun experience that you don't know. I mean, and for a lot of things, not knowing is kind of fun. It's a surprise. This is the surprise card. So we will pick a few cards. And I just got this deck not that long ago, so need some fanning powder. So we're going to pull and see what your focus should be, how you should approach the focus, and the result. Kind of feel like both of these. Definitely need some fanning powder. All right, so what your focus should be, how to approach that focus, and the result. Okay, so your focus, you've got the Eight of Cups. So your focus right now is you're doing something, working on something, finish something that, you know, it's kind of done. You need to walk away, move on. Now this could be a relationship, maybe not giving up a relationship, but maybe your focus. This is only focus, not exactly physically leaving, but you know, your mind is kind of stuck on something right now that is kind of a hindrance for you, or kind of hindering your flow, your mood. So I would say that whatever you're kind of really focused on that's just kind of not getting anywhere, to kind of walk away, move to the in-between. And then how you should approach it, we've got the Nine of Wands. So I kind of see this as being I'm not sure what your situation is at the moment, but I kind of see it as being a little more persistent, have a little more perseverance for the situation. Maybe you're kind of you know, kind of in a rut, or feeling in a rut. We're at the 8 and 9, so we're getting close to the end of something, the unknown. So that advice is kind of be a little more persistent and take more action, get your emotions kind of out of the way, or whatever you're kind of emotionally dealing with right now, kind of move out of it. And so what would be the outcome? So we've got the Five of Pentacles. So I always get confused when I see cards like these in the ending, but what I can see from this is this card can mean a few things about being resourceful, being innovative. You know, you have to be resourceful because some of the resources that you need, you think you need, you want, are not there. So sometimes people get a little distracted, and maybe that's what this is about. Get a little distracted with what they think they need. And realistically, that's just being, I don't know, overzealous or something. So maybe that's what this card's kind of talking about in the in-between worlds, is kind of just thinking you need certain things and you really don't, that there's more resources out there and you're more innovative and creative than you think. And maybe that goes back to the perseverance about, you know, you just need to work with what you have. We have this extra cards. We've got Temperance. So I think it's also asking about finding a balance. And we've got quite a lot with that. So kind of taking things that don't necessarily go together and meshing them together in perfect harmony. So I think that kind of goes along with this, is you think you have resources that just don't bode well together. But if you use what you have, you're going to be able to put them together and make it work. I love that those cards came together. Yeah, so we'll draw an extra advice card. See what else we can get from this situation of the unknown that we're going to know about. Move these over. Okay. Shame, the divine healer. So what's interesting about, move these back over, this card is it also kind of talks about poverty and self-worth also. So I think that really coincides with this, and maybe there's a little bit something a little more deeper going on here, maybe and this is kind of a general reading, so it could actually kind of talk about a few different things. But this kind of talks about, you know, here on Earth, and this is kind of a little woohoo, but you know, here on Earth is kind of like these physical things that are around us are, I mean, we put the value on them. They have no innate value, really. Our perception, our point of view is what gives anything value. There's no real value, you know. but in this life, the value that we put on ourselves is what's most important. So kind of going back to these resources and maybe thinking you don't have what you need, you know, don't tie that into your self-worth, because, and, you know, a lot of people say more money, more problems, and that's true. So I think that's something you should take into consideration. And, you know, for me personally, I find my most creative, most innovative time ever is when I'm broke. It's actually kind of fun. It's like kind of off topic, but related. Like when I play The Sims, it's actually more fun when I have zero money, because then you have to get super creative. You start selling rocks, you know, which people do, and, you know, I buy them. Shiny rocks, you know. So just as this is the extra advice as for self-worth, and we're all worth a lot. We're priceless. So just keep that in mind and not tie it with your materialistic things, because these are only projected worth, right? So that was kind of a quick reading. I kind of got the impulse to want to try this spread out on Pinterest. So if that resonates with you, let me know. And if you find something that I don't, let me know. And if it doesn't resonate with you, let me know. So there's that, and thanks for watching.